Well, and for more analysis, we're now joined from the occupied Jerusalem by Dr. Abdel Nasser Mekki, political science professor. We thank you so much for being with us. And let me here ask you, sir, Israel's recent airstrike on Gaza have caused significant civilian casualties. What message do you think this sends about Israel's intention, particularly amid the ongoing negotiations to maintain the ceasefire?
Process or operation which called it's as the courage and the sword to send a message to Hamas that all the negotiation from now will be under the fire. So and airstrike. So according to this, it is the Netanyahu want from Hamas to give up, and also for all the demands that Hamas, that's preconditioned before. And what they want Netanyahu is that they want to implement his plan and the view that he want to release all the detainees according to the Israeli, that plan, and also according to the Witkoff proposal. But Hamas, as you know, they refuse it, and they propose another proposal that they want to release one American detainees and four bodies. But the Israeli and the American, they refuse this. And because of this, Netanyahu started this operation today. As you know, this is a message to Hamas. But at the end, also, there is another things or another, reasons for this, because Netanyahu, he will expose to this tomorrow, because tomorrow, Wednesday, as you know, there are many thousands of the Israeli. They will go to the streets and they will make demonstration against Netanyahu because, as you know, he want to remove the head of the Shabak, Rene Bar, from his position. So I think Netanyahu utilized these things in order that started this process in order to protect himself and his coalition. So this message will go to Hamas that everything from today will be under fire.
If I may ask you here, by this move, Netanyahu is sabotaging the peace process for political gains, or so it seems. Do you think the conflict is being manipulated by Israel to maintain control over Palestinian territories, particularly with Smotrich confirming that they have been preparing for this attack for the previous weeks?
Yes, I think this is what they happened now. You know that Hamas was commitment to that agreement, and they said that the first stage have been succeeded, but the Israeli even that they didn't even they implemented the protocol, the humanitarian protocol. But after that, when the Israeli government and Netanyahu and the American they proposed to release some of the detainees without any, that's even price by the, even that they wanted just to release the detainees, Hamas refused this. And what I want to say is that from the beginning, Netanyahu was not, was against, that's the agreement. And even that, when they started this agreement, the first stage before 2 months, as he that also he has agreement with Smotrich that Smotrich supported Netanyahu in going with the agreement, while Netanyahu will support him to free his hand on the West Bank to make the settlements, and also his planning for the going to the refugee camp in north of West Bank to destroy it, like what now they did. So I think what we are witnessing is that Netanyahu and the government of Israel is violated, that's the agreement, and they are now escalating to go ahead with this, even in Gaza and also in the West Bank, because now also the process for the Israeli operation for the army now is also to application all the people from the refugee camps in West Bank, and also at the same time now they started today also to warn the people in Gaza to go ahead to remove and to go to displace from their home. So we witnesses this is from West Bank, also in Gaza Strip.
But let me take here your comment on Smotrich and what he stated, that they resumed the intense attacks and has been part of a phased operation that the cabinet has been building and planning over the past few weeks.
Yes, I think that's Modric. As you know, he tweeted that he will go, he will leave the government. He will leave the government with Netanyahu. And he said that if Netanyahu go ahead with the second stage, he will not stay. And at the same time, Netanyahu give him free hand to go to do what he want to do in West Bank. So this one thing that Smotrich push and pressure on Netanyahu to resume the fire in Gaza in order that he will stay on the coalition.
Yes, what I mean
And
here, Dr. Mekki, that the claim of Israel was that they were, they wanted Hamas to give all or to return all the detainees back, and they want to put pressures on Hamas. Now that Smotrich confirmed that they were planning for that strike for weeks. So it's not really
yes,
about pressuring Hamas on this. What do you have on that? And let me here take another question, which is the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and what more should the international community do to hold Israel accountable for its violations of the international law?
first of all, about the first questions about Smotrich and about the plan, I think the plan of attacking, which is the courage and sword now, the process is not, the operation is not uh, have been planned instantly. It was, they put this plan before in order that when they will be like, that gap between Hamas and between the American and Israeli, so they will with this. So they are, this plan was not today, it was before. And this is also what Smotrich said, that they are planning this from the beginning. So this is something that the Israeli is not interested with the release the detainees alive. They want to go ahead with that the objective of Netanyahu, which is the win against Hamas and also to release the detainees, which not happened now. For the second question concerning the humanitarian, that from 17 days until now they didn't allow to any that food and water to enter Gaza, and there are some signals of that's starvation and lack of water and medicine and the problem inside the hospitals. So this is problem. But what I want to say is that I blame on the international community, because even that, the international community didn't do anything from the beginning. They just watching and they try to push in Israel by the American that they could allow to the humanitarian, that's aid to enter Gaza, which is that they are not doing anything, just watching. And if Israeli allow, just by Israel, if they want to allow to enter Gaza, all the necessary, that humanitarian aids, it's just by the Israeli willing to allow to them to enter Gaza. But for the international community, I didn't see that there are really, that push and pressure on the Israeli to allow to all these humanitarian aids to enter Gaza. So the international community is blaming, and he also should much pressure more on the American and the Trump administration, because the Trump administration from the beginning, they said that they want a peace in this region, and they started with this. But after when they, that attacked Yemen, the Israeli have the opportunity and they have the permission from the American to attack Gaza, which means that the American now is participating in this massacre in Gaza.
Now, sir, with Netanyahu's government declaring this increased military strength strategy, what are the potential long-term consequences for Gaza from your point of view?
I think the Israeli from this strategy, as you know now, the war in Lebanon have been stopped, and now the Israeli they gather all these forces and they put a plan in order to go ahead to attack Gaza. Now they started with the airstrike and also from the navy they are launching some missiles against Gaza. But at you know that now we will see that they told the people to displace from some areas. That means they will go to this place and they will make maybe some places for them. And at the end, if they have the permission from the America to go ahead with the Trump displacement for Gaza, to go out of Gaza, I think this is they will do it. This is the plan of Trump. But I think that the Arab, as you know, that's in the Arab Summit, they have the Egyptian plan. So they should pressure on the American because, as you know, they met with the American administration and they have the guarantee that they will go ahead with the Egyptian. Now, for the Gaza and the Israeli army, what they want to do in Gaza, also they want to send a message to all their neighbors. You know, that's country that the Israeli is superpower and the Middle East, and now we have a new plan and new power in the Middle East, and now the Middle East should be changed. And what we witness now, as you know, that in Lebanon, in Syria, and also in Yemen. So Israelis, they want to be as superior in this region.
Again, let me here take your words of what you said, that they are pressuring for the displacement of people in the Palestinian occupied territories, forcibly trying to displace the Palestinians, plus expanding the war, because as you said respectively here, that would be reflecting on other states in the region. Let me take here, what does Israel aim for? What does Israel aim for at this upcoming stage, and what is requested or what is needed from the international community to prevent such plans?
You know, the Israeli, from the beginning 1948 until now, they are a security state. And they are from 1948 until, you know, that's now, as you know, we passed through 1967, we passed in 1982, and also the first intifada, second intifada. And after that, what happened in Gaza, the war against Gaza, maybe 3, 4 times, and also in the West Bank, what they are now doing in the West Bank. The Israeli is not living, you know, that with their neighbor without any war. This is their, you know, that inside what they are believing. They are believing that they are living surrounding their many enemies surrounding state. Also, what they want is they want the land without people. So they want to displace the people from Gaza and also from West Bank. We couldn't forget also West Bank. And also in the long term, the Israeli want to have the
Yes.
Jewish state, pure Jewish state, without the Palestinian people inside the place.
Yes, that's clear. That's so clear, Dr. Abdel Nasser. That was Dr. Abdel Nasser Mekki, political science professor. We thank you so much for your valuable insights.